weeks. I'm just looking at some standings real quick, and
let's go Bruins.
Not many teams have played more than 6 games. Every team's got at least one win. The most is a couple teams at 4. So that's early on. We'll talk more about NHL as the winter goes on. But Tuesday night's opening night in the NBA. The only game I know offhand that kind of find interesting is the Knicks with some new personnel against the Cavaliers. Be very interested to see what the Cavaliers do this year. I think Golden State opens up at home Tuesday night. They're going to raise the banner in Golden State. That team should be pretty interesting with Kevin Durant on there now, along with Seth Curry. But football, today's games. And actually, no, real quick. UConn football, pathetic. 13-0 lead against UCF at home. Blow the game 24-16. You're up 16-14 at the half. You give up, once again, over 400 yards in offense when you have your number one running back, Akeem Newsome, rush for 100 yards and 101 yards. You have your number one receiver, 9 catches for 165 yards. How do you not score in the end zone? You kick 2 field goals, you have 2 touchdowns, you can't get the ball in the end zone. You might want to look at the offensive coordinator. You might want to look at your defensive coordinator because at the end of the day, I still think this Diaco kid is going to be he's going to be the coach for them.
Yeah, I like Dickadaco, whatever his name is.
Alabama rolls again.
Dickadaco.
Dinkendaco. Alabama obviously rolling again. Beat number 6 Texas A&M, 33-14. That game was actually close in the third quarter. It was only a 6-point game. Alabama blew it open. Ohio State, Penn State, I don't have the final score on that, but I know Penn State, it was a close game. In the third quarter, there was an upset alert with Penn State leading. Michigan, 41-8 over Illinois. Clemson was off. Number 5, Washington beats Oregon State, 41-17. We already know about Texas A&M. Louisville destroyed North Carolina State, 54-13. Nebraska beat Purdue, 27-14. West Virginia all over TCU, 34-10.
You're alive.
Hey, Peter. It's Bob.
What's up, Uncle Bob?
I couldn't get to sleep until like 4 or 5 o'clock this morning. I just slept through the alarm.
What, are you going to sing a song? I couldn't get to sleep. Let the tossing and turning and tossing and turn all night. Sorry, Bob. I just try to play up your side, your music side. Yeah, but you didn't find that very funny, did you?
I literally just woke up. So
you sound hungover.
I thought my ears weren't working.
Oh, you didn't hear us the first hour? They must have been burning.
We called you, left you a message, yeah.
Well, geez, what time did you get to bed there, Bob?
He's a rock star.
I slept right through the alarm.
Well, we got that part, but what time did you actually set the alarm? I mean, if you set it 4 hours ago, you're just getting up now, then that might explain it.
No.
No, okay, no.
Yesterday afternoon, I set it for 7 o'clock.
Okay. Well, my advice to you is to keep drinking heavily.
No, I wasn't drinking.
No, I believe it. I believe it.
I got home in time to watch the end of the Cubs game.
Oh, there you go.
Good game, by the way. And on that note, Bob, congratulations. Seriously,
I got a little overexcited because the Cubs won.
You're absolutely. You have the right to do that. Congratulations on winning the pennant, and good luck in the World Series. We are all rooting for you. At least I know I am. I got it. Let's talk about the World Series for a second.
Series.
It's a good segue. What do you think of the matchup? C&C. Like the old
cola.
I'm going
to tell you.
Which, by the way, was a good cola, by the way, C&C
I'm going to
cola.
tell you, I'm going to toot my own horn here because I'm the only one here who said the Cubs and the Indians.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
Well, then.
Everybody.
Give that man an old Twizzler.
Everybody loved the Cubs. No one believed that the Indians were going to make it out of the ALDS, let alone the ALCS.
Pass that bag of Twizzlers down here to Bob, will you?
I'm good with that. I'm trying to watch my figure. But I think it's going to be a good series. It's got the potential to go
Fantastic
7.
Series.
You got 2 of the best starting staffs in all of baseball. You got Theo Epstein against Terry Francona. I mean, let's go back to the Red Sox here a little bit.
The most exciting World Series in my lifetime in terms of the matchup.
Yeah,
there's not one in my life, and there's never been a World Series more exciting. Because even the Mets and Yankees, okay, that was great, but there's they had won titles within that with decades or a century.
Yeah, you have 2 teams that haven't won a title in ages.
There you go.
I mean, the Cubs 45.
Love the action. I love the managers. These are 2 of the best managers in baseball. Going up against, pitchers that are best in baseball, relievers. It's going to be great. It's Tuesday night.
I believe it's Bob, maybe you can help me out here. Where's it start? Oh, does it start in Cleveland or Chicago?
It's got to start in Cleveland because they got the home field advantage, American League.
It starts in Cleveland?
because the American League
That was a
won
dumb
the,
question there, by the way.
I wasn't sure where it started. And that,
Well, you should know where it started.
you know what?
because
I
the
don't.
All-Star game.
I don't follow the All-Star game. I think it's a waste of time. I think it's a waste of energy that they're doing by the All-Star game.
I agree. And
They should-
I think it should be based on the best record.
Well, you know what? The way they used to do it in years past, I actually agree with this. Odd year, go to the American League. Even year, go to the National League.
That's kind of dumb. I agree with Bob with the best record, but they were trying to bring
Trying
something
something
to
different,
the
which was
All-Star
right.
game.
But you know what? I got to give the advantage to Cleveland on the fact that they're if there's a Game 7, it's in Cleveland. Now, my question is, how much snow are we going to
Yeah,
see?
Bob's going to tell you no because
Yeah.
Chicago's going to take it in 4 straight.
How much snow are we going to see between those two cities? That's a very good possibility because it gets really cold there.
Well, it's
Cleveland's
been an
got
Indian
some good
summer,
pitching.
has it not? No pun intended. Sorry about that, Bob. Couldn't resist.
I'm not sorry.
And quite truthfully, even though
damn
the
right
Cubs
I'm not
have had
sorry.
the best record and the top pitching stats and the top run scoring stats and all that, Cleveland's pitching is hot right now, and the Cubs pitching is, Lester and Hendricks are great, but everybody else is kind of.
Gee,
No.
it's just, you know what? I got to tell you, Bob, on whatever you just said there, I think it's good that you stayed in bed today because I didn't understand a word you just said. I didn't understand one thing you just said, so maybe you should get some rest today. I think that's a good idea. But make sure you take your medication first before you go back to bed. We don't want you slipping off into another coma there.
Well, you know, I'm just looking at something here real quick. In six games, the Cubs gave up only 15 runs. I mean, that's pretty good pitching in itself. But
Yeah.
Cleveland won.
But you got to remember that Hendricks gave up 1 run,
No, I know.
and Lester gave up, I think,
Yeah,
2 runs.
Right. There's one. There's one.
Lester gave up 1. So out of 3 guys in 2 guys in 3 games gave up 2 runs.
Right, because you're looking at Game 3 where L.A. scored 6 runs, and you're looking at Game 5 where L.A. scored 4 runs. That's where I was leading into this, where Cleveland has given up 8 runs in 5 games, and 5 of them was Game 4.
Yeah.
So I mean,
It's going to be a good series.
It's going to be good. It's going to be low scoring. Francona's been there before as a manager. Maddox has been there before as a manager. So I mean, there's no real big advantage there. I just think Cleveland just because of the home field advantage, and I think it's going to go 7.
I have a feeling
Well,
that
we'll see. That's
I
why they
think,
play the games, I think, is what they say.
Exactly.
you know what? I got to give you credit, Bob, or give the Cubs credit. You know, getting shut out back-to-back games, and the resiliency with the Cubs is really going to be why I'm going to pick them first of all. Because the way they came back to the Giants, they got the
you
Giants.
never know who's going to be the hero for the game.
Yeah, it just but their offense
They have so much
was
depth, and it's just kind of scary. I mean, Baez, come on.
Chris, you're a former baseball player. What are you thinking about it?
Well,
I really hear from a young mind here.
I really
Let's
hope
get off the old mind to a young mind.
Well, I really hope the Indians win because, you know, Utley is just what he did to Tejada is just ridiculous. It's one thing to slide hard. It's really one thing to slide hard. I could tell you that. I've done it many times. But you can't throw your feet up in the air and try and take someone out. This isn't football. It's baseball. So I really hope the Indians win. And, you know, I don't really have any problem as a Mets fan against them. So let's go Indians.
I thought Utley was on the Dodgers.
That's what I thought.
I thought Utley was on the Dodgers too.
I kept thinking Cubs. They look exactly.
But anyway, your point was still better. Anything that what Bob said.
Oh, the hell! Go get some Baconators.
But
Yeah,
Bob, really, what did you think when the Cubs got shut out 2 games in a row? Were you concerned? Were you nervous? Because you got to admit they really roared back. And the big one was last night to take Kershaw down. You did not want this going to a Game 7. Your thoughts on that, Bob? I'm talking to you now, Bob.
Do you have a crickets?
A lot of crickets. No,
All right, Bob's getting his campaign pick right now, so we're going to turn back to Bob.
no, you know what? I
Bob
don't.
is
The turning
here.
point. The turning point's Game 4. Turning point's Game 4. Okay, I mean, plain and simple. It was a close game going to like 6th or 7th inning. Then all of a sudden, the Cubs come out of their. Oh, turn that damn thing off. The Cubs put up a 10 spot in Game 4. I mean, that's the turning point of the series right there. I mean, they go 10 in Game 4. They go 8 in Game 5.
They killed them slowly, did they not? They just pecked away.
They just
pecked
the
away,
offense
pecked
caught
away.
fire. Yeah.
They were like the bird that won't get off your back porch.
Talking about you like that.
What the hell was that? Don't know. No,
Oh,
no,
my God.
Don't know the
Wow.
next word out of my mouth.
You just made Stephen A. Smith look good.
He's
My
very
friend
Oh,
empathetic.
please.
No, it's gonna be an interesting series. It's gonna be a good series.
I just thought you got like a boner in gym class or something.
No, that was last night. No, but no, but seriously, I hope a lot of people watch the series, and I hope that the Fox Network promotes this right, because you know what? And when you're going to be getting a World Series, you have to promote it right, and I think that's where they struggle.
Couldn't agree
You're
more.
clingy,
Bob, I tell you,
and
Bob,
you're smothering me.
that's
And
story time,
it's
Bob.
over.
Great job of calling in sick today. You really led to a great segue. I think we have some NFL to do, though, don't we, Bob?
We got a lot of NFL to do.
and we don't have much time to do it.
That's
so
the most intimate thing a white woman can give a Mexican
I'll let
man.
you guys go.
okay,
All right,
you
Bob,
got
see-
it.
see you
I
Wednesday,
think
brother.
Taco Bell is a special today. You might want to get down to that.
We'll be at the beach later, Bob.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye, Bob.
See you, Bob.
See you Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got to make some picks here, my friend. Let's talk about some games.
Well,
What's scoring now?
let's do this real quick. Power rankings, and then we'll go right into the picks. Obviously, the Patriots stay number 1, which I don't agree with because you have an undefeated team, the Vikings, that are.
What is the score, anyways, by the way?
Oh, sorry. I can look that up.
Yeah, please.
Keep talking, and I'll look it up for you,
Got
Peter.
it. We're going to go right in order. We're going to go Patriots, Vikings, Seahawks, Cowboys 4th, Falcons, Steelers. That's going to drop without Raplesberger. Broncos, Packers, Bills, Cardinals. That's your top 10. Redskins, Eagles, Raiders, Chiefs, Texans, the Giants, Bengals, Lions, Saints. The Rams are 20th. Ravens, Titans,
So, tell me,
Buccaneers.
is there any tread left on the tyres at all?
Yeah.
Or at this point, would it be like throwing a hot dog down a hallway?
Yeah, it'd be putting somebody into the spin cycle. Dolphins are 24th, and the Chargers. Very disappointed in the Panthers. Everybody had them picked going to the playoffs from PPRN. They're a miserable 26th. They're almost as bad as the Jaguars. The Colts, very, very bad there. The Jets, terrible. The Bears, the 49ers we expected, and the Browns, 32nd.
Okay, we got a real nail-biter here in the land of fish and chips. It's still 10-10 with 11:09 to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10, Giants moving the ball from their own 5-yard line.
Moving the ball from the own 5-yard
Well,
line.
they just started.
Oh,
They just
okay.
started.
So how do you know they're moving the ball? It might be a pick 6 coming.
Actually,
'Cause
you
they're
know what?
owning it.
It's second. You're absolutely right, Bob. What did I say? They haven't moved the ball at all, in fact, because now it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, matter of fact, the only score they had was a defensive touchdown by Collins. But anyway, all right, let's get into some picks here. Probably the game of the day. Minnesota on the road giving 3 to the Eagles.
Well, you know how we feel.
Well, we're going to bypass it too.
Well, let's hear from Sanford Racing first. You picked the Vikings in that
Oh,
one
yeah,
already.
I
They're
Like the
diehard.
Vikings. Okay, both diehard. By the way,
Defense
I
wins
love-
championships. hands
Okay,
down.
and the Vikings to me are a hot team this year, and I love their emblem. I got to tell you, I've been picking the Eagles ever since they beat the crap out of my Steelers, thinking that they were a good team. And what I've come to learn is, in the last 2 weeks, particularly, they are not as good as I thought they were. So I'm taking the Vikings in this one. I think they're going to steamroll them, big time. I think you might be lucky to see the Eagles put up 10 points.
2 good defenses going at 2 top 5 fantasy football defenses going at it. Offensively, I think that
Nice.
Minnesota has a little bit more firepower.
Oh, jackpot.
But the games in Philly where there are some of the rudest fans in the world.
Scumbags, the whole lot of them.
No, that's New England.
And their fans, they branch out all the way to fucking Atlantic City. too.
Listen, they have a fine sandwich there in Philly, but that's about it.
I'm taking Philly.
Just so you know, Bob, you were absolutely correct to tell me how you know they're moving the ball. The Giants did get the ball at the 5-yard line, and they never moved it a yard. They are now punting on 4th and 10 from their own 5, which should set up good field position for the Rams. Let's hope they march down and score and put this one away. in
Let's
fish
go
and chips.
Rams.
Let's go Rams.
I'm going to go with
Peter.
Steelers this week.
You picking the Steelers?
Wait,
Yeah.
we haven't even gotten to the Steelers yet.
I was going to say, where
Oh, you didn't know the Steelers yet?
It's Vikings Eagles.
Oh, sorry,
you know what it
sorry,
is? You're
sorry,
looking
sorry,
at me,
sorry.
you're seeing Steelers, but you're not hearing it.
I'm going to go with Vikings.
All right.
You're,
Yeah.
you're not
All right.
saying so.
Yeah.
I'm doing 10,000 things.
A real football team.
Yeah,
Don't be a dick.
and you were good today with
No,
that.
thank
by
you.
the way.
All right.
Fantastic.
Can't
You knocked it out of the park is what you did.
Kansas City Chiefs at home.
You're
giving
starting to piss me off, you little piglet son of a bitch.
You need to get laid, fool. But the Chiefs at home giving 7 to the Saints.
Chiefs at home giving 7 to the Saints. Ooh.
Chiefs, Saints, 7.
Chiefs kicked ass last week. I'm going to go
It's
with
a
the
lot
Chiefs.
of wood.
I don't care. That's still.
I know, but
You don't know anything except QVC return policies.
yeah, got to call in and get
I'm
it.
going to go with the Kansas City.
Taking KC.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go New Orleans.
I like New Orleans with the wood, but I don't think they're going to win.
Underdog.
What the hell is the matter with you?
Drew Brees is having a great
A lot
year
of things.
again, and he's got the capability. He just throws that ball over a lot. I like the Saints, and I like Drew Brees
You're
big
such
in
a
this game.
hypocrite.
Drew Brees at home over 400 yards.
Oh, by
passing.
the way, don't we remember what happened a few years ago when we were talking about Zach, by the way? Don't you remember a man named Drew Bledsoe? And then Tom Brady came
Yeah.
in and took
Drew
his spot?
actually played at the university I went to school at.
Did he?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Don't
Wazoo.
you remember how
I remember that, but-
Brady?
But you know what? There's a little bit of a difference. Zach's been starting since week 1.
Yeah,
Where,
but
where,
still.
where Brady was the water boy, and the only reason they won that Super
I'm
Bowl
just
was
happy
because
he
of the
beat
defense.
Brady's record, that's all.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yay, Zach.
Drew Brees at home throws for over 450 yards. On the road, he struggles. He's averaging 247.2 yards a game. Kansas City's got a great defense. Their offense is starting to come around. I think Kansas City blows them out.
Ooh,
Okay.
wow.
Okay.
Big call there by Bob.
41-7.
No way.
Oh,
Get
come
the
on
hell,
now.
Get the hell out of here.
Hey, they did that to Brady a few years ago on a Monday night.
Where's your flask? In your pouch there? You started drinking already?
Oh, you don't want any of it?
I don't want anything to do with your pouch.
Thank God. I might get sick again.
Jesus Christ.
The Lions at home giving 2 to the Redskins.
Foreskins, huh?
This is a very interesting game.
Washington on a roll. Detroit playing some good football.
Well, first of all, can you figure out Detroit this year? I don't know who can, because Detroit is like by far the hardest team to figure out. And the Redskins, who I picked in the beginning of the year, the Steelers killed them, and really since then they've been playing much better. I like Detroit in this game only because every time I picked against them, I've lost. So now I'm going to pick for them today, and they're going to lose again, I'm sure.
Washington's hot.
Very hot.
I'm going to go with Washington.
Okay, Peter,
I'm going to go Washington.
as you spit all over us.
I'm going to go Washington. Only because they've been doing good.
I'm going to go with the Motor City.
Yeah, I think laying 2 is not enough.
Really?
Yeah, I think Detroit wins by a field goal, covers by 1.
What is the spread in that one?
Hag!
2.
2 to Detroit. 2.
Detroit
All
giving
right,
2.
tut. No,
God,
Detroit.
baby, your back is so toned.
Cincinnati at home giving 10 to the Browns.
Oh.
Terrell
This is an easy one,
Pryor
in my
questionable.
Let me tell you what I think Bob's going to pick.
I'm going to tell you this. Just
Cincinnati?
before you
No,
make the
he's
pick,
taking the Browns.
the last couple games, Cincinnati's outscored Cleveland 93-19.
But there's no, traveling lag either, so they're both going to be playing good.
Well, you want me to talk about it? I just want to say I think the Browns, not only the Browns going to cover, they're going to win. The Bengals are a horrible team.
Wow.
They've quit on Lewis because they know that he's getting fired, which he is, by the way. It's time for a change in Cincinnati, and this will be the pivotal game that they'll point to when he gets thrown out of there, and they make him a cheese coney chef there in Cincinnati with the Skyline chili there. Which is, by the way, a good product. Excellent chili in Cincinnati. Horrible sports teams. Reds, Bengals, they suck.
This is the year of Ohio, though,
Cleveland
man.
is the year of Ohio, exactly, and it's going to happen today. The Browns are going to win convincingly, but definitely take the 10-year fool if you don't.
The Indians, the Browns,
Wow.
and the Cavs.
And then go Cleveland Tuesday night. Sorry, Tom Bob. You're sleeping anyway.
Cincinnati, the last 2 games have looked horrible against 2 great
I
teams.
said that.
Bob, you still there?
Cleveland hasn't done anything except for Terrell Pryor.
The Whistler's mother taking a nap.
The Bengals are going to play hard for Marvin Lewis today. They like him as a coach. The players do. I agree with you. There has to be a change, but it's not going to be after this week. I'm taking Cincinnati plus 10.
Bob, when are you going to learn?
I got to disagree with you all the time. You know that.
Jeez. Okay. Skyline chili, though? Do we agree on that?
Never had it.
It's a good sweet chili. That's exactly what I wanted you to play. You read my mind.
Oh, God.
You have, Jedi,
What's going
mind-reading
on in my
abilities.
pants? Looks like we got 6 more weeks of winter.
You had the clairvoyance to see what I was getting.
Go get
at
the clam
there,
chowder.
All right, who's next? You. Who was it again?
It's Cincinnati
I
and
said-
Cleveland. Remember
I-
I talked about the chili, the Cincinnati.
I said Cleveland, only
Wow.
because there's a guy in my training class from Cleveland, so I'm rooting for him.
Where's the game at?
Boy, that's
It's in Ohio.
It's in Cincinnati.
That's why I said no lag. There's no drive lag. There's no travel lag. What's it, an hour from each other?
I think Cleveland will cover.
It's about a 3.5-hour ride, Peter.
Is it
Wrong.
3.5
You
hours?
two agree on everything. This is scary.
Yeah, Cleveland's going to win
20
because they
it's
got the
a
home
20-minute
field.
flight.
game.
That's a bold prediction that they would win on the field. I
Home
gotta
field
give-
advantage
I give
is
you
going to be the
kudos
key.
for that. That's bold.
And their chili's good.
And the chili. It's a sweet chili, but it's not as spicy as I'd like.
The resurgent Buffalo Bills, winners of their last 4, giving 3 in Miami.
If I could just start with this. Okay, first of all,
He
Miami,
likes Vikings because it starts with Vikings.
Miami. Now everyone thinks because they beat the Steelers is like going to be on this roll. I just want to tell you what I came to learn, and we'll talk about it more with the Steelers. Is that the Steelers were horrible. Yes, Miami got back all of their offensive line. They ran the ball very successfully on the Steelers. They will not, I repeat,
It
not
seems
be able to do
your
that
son's
against
baseball
Buffalo.
broke one.
I think Tannehill is still a bum. I think that Roethlisberger is just slightly better than him now after last week.
He's not even playing. He got
I know he's not playing.
Tyrod Taylor going.
Oh, who's Tannehill's not playing today?
Oh no, not Buffalo. Tyrod Taylor. He
Tyrod Taylor.
as a
Okay.
quarterback. As a quarterback, they can do better.
Okay, whatever. Tyrod's pins. We're making reference to the Sanford Racing team.
And plus,
It doesn't really matter.
And plus,
I don't care who's QBing. Okay, Buffalo's gonna win, hands out, hands down.
Boom.
Miami stinks, and I don't care. Miami's at home; they're gonna get drowned there.
Suck it, and when you're done, suck it again, Bob.
LaShawn McCoy's playing on a snap count today. He has a barking hamstring that acted up Wednesday in practice. Jay Ajayi, let's see what he's got. Let's see if he's the real thing, or if they're gonna.
What's that? That's my hamstring.
But
Why don't you give it a bacon bit and just fucking shut up then? Shut that hamstring up, God damn it! Put a leash on that hamstring, will
Roger,
ya?
do me a favor. Go to Wendy's and go get me a bacon on a baconator.
Look at that beautiful foliage outside the window of our beautiful studio here at PPRN Radio in beautiful Hamden, Connecticut. Thank you.
Now I need to play his Who Let the Dogs Out. And there you go.
He's got that. Don't worry about that. This game's going to be low scoring. It's going to come down to a last-second field goal. Buffalo's going to win, but Miami covers.
All right. Okay. By the way, isn't it so nice that without the young guns, we don't have to worry about people saying, "Stop interrupting, interrupter."
And having one of them yelling, "Shut up" all the time.
Shut up, Brian. Go suck it.
But he does put you in your place.
He does, because I have respect for him. He is the
Shut
host.
the hell up!
That's exactly. That was a great imitation of Roberto.
Shut the hell up!
Shut the hell up, Brian.
Now you see why I take Advil every Sunday morning when they're here.
Oh, wow, you guys are.
But they're good. They're good. They're
They
good.
are good. They're all good. We love them here at PPRN.
That- Shut the hell up!
It's great, great. I wish you could see it. Oh,
Oh, my
Roberto, he's got you down to a T. Roberto.
Roberto.
All right, who you got, Pete?
Who again? What?
Buffalo giving 3 to Miami.
Who? What? Where? What?
Ooh. But Miami's on a winning streak. I'm going to go with Miami.
Winning streak.
Yes.
One goddamn game.
One game is better. They beat the Steelers.
They're going to get mopped up.
They
The
beat the
Steelers
Steelers. Come
stink on
on
ice.
over
The
here.
Steelers stink.
Miami had a little funk. They're going.
Okay, let's hear from Sanford Racing.
I think I'm going to go with Miami on this.
I respect that, Chris, because
My cousin.
you have a dangerous profession.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
I'm going to veer off with my son here. I think the Bills
Oh,
defense.
dissension in the family.
That's it. I think the
Veer
Bills.
off another
think you
pun
weren't
intended.
coming.
Veering
I think
off.
everybody's focused on Ajayi's big week last week, and I think Rex's
Excuse me.
defense is going to slaughter
Yeah.
We're gonna
Tannehill. You're going to see Tannehill
Yes.
of what he's really
Mules.
all about today,
You know what?
which ain't much.
He's going to look at the film of lack of defense by the Steelers, and he's going to see how to get it done. I agree. As Peter's distracting us with
Carrie
videos,
Underwood, Cowboy
like Carrie
Casanova. That's pretty good. All right. Jacksonville, very surprising here at home as a favorite, giving 1 to the first place Oakland Raiders.
Wow, that is
Wow.
shocking. That is shocking. There's no way.
Somebody hit their head.
There's no way. Yeah, I will say somebody hit their head.
So
The
the guy that
Raiders,
had
the
5
Raiders,
concussions.
the Raiders are a team that's resilient. They're going to bounce back. It was a bad loss last week, but one probably you could see coming. They were due to take a step backwards. This week they're taking a step big time forward. I think their defense is going to play a little better, but I definitely feel their offense is going to run all over and pass all over the Jaguars. I like the Raiders big in this game.
Latavius Murray back at running back for the Raiders from his turf toe. Jacksonville defense is pretty good. Derek Carr is gonna have to sling it like he's been doing all year. Oakland blows them out.
Okay.
Turf toe. I'll go with Oakland too.
He's going with Oakland. Okay.
I'm going to go with the Jaguars. That was my old team when I switched to the Vikings, so I'm going to go with the Jaguars.
I'm with you. I think the Raiders kill them.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Robbie Travis, put your picks on the board. You got 15 minutes.
Shut the hell up!
Shut up, Brian! The surprising Tennessee Titans at 3-3, giving 3 to the Colts.
Surprising in that what? They have the worst. They're terrible at home. Where's this game, by the way?
It's in Tennessee.
Sorry. Tennessee is like the worst home team. They have no home field advantage. Nobody even knows about Tennessee. Even Elvis Presley
You
doesn't
haven't
know
even heard about
Tennessee.
them in the news this year.
Yeah, you've heard nothing about them. Anyway, as much as I hate Luck and feel he's overrated, and I feel that he's in the woods every week with his the Yeti friend there. He's another hair ball who's doing nothing. I like the Colts, and I think the Colts are going to win big because Tennessee has no presence, no identity when they play in Tennessee.
I found it very curious that Jim Irsay, the owner of the Colts, said with any kind of good bounces with the football, we'd be undefeated. He came out and said that this week.
That's the Chargers talking about. TV
No,
Christ.
no.
I got you.
At the end of the day, you have to make your own breaks. You control the bounces of the ball. If it's that bad, maybe it's time for a coaching change in Indianapolis. I think Pagano, as much as I respect him recovering from cancer and all that, his job's on the line. I mean,
cancer's
they
an
need
answer.
they need to make a Super Bowl run this year, and
Yeah.
their defense has been very suspect. Mariota, DeMarco Murray. I mean, I'm going to take Tennessee.
Okay, we're going with, I'm thinking that's either the Predator was the first one or Bob throwing up, Storytime Bob, and the second one was the Gremlins?
Yeah.
All right.
Both
Sorry.
Yetis.
Okay.
Both
Very
Yetis.
good. Both reference from the Yeti. Okay, Colts and, as you heard Bob talk about, who do you like in that one, Peter? Which I think you made a good point about the Colts, Bob. I just don't feel that they surrounded themselves, if I could just interject again, with the kind of defense that'll help Luck. And their offensive line is very shady. He's been taking a beating this year.
Wow. I'm going to pass on this one. This one's a rough one.
I'm going to
I
go.
don't-
This isn't password, though, so you can't pass.
I'm passing because I don't know who's going to win this one.
All right. Well, that's going to affect your percentage. This ain't
It is not going to.
This is that what you
Listen,
did on your,
I've been picking the underdogs for the past
is that
3
what
weeks.
you did in your SATs too? Is that why you're here right
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
Couldn't get a real life, could you?
I've been hitting the numbers the past 3 weeks. I'm gonna give it a break this week. Just relax, Mister.
I'm going to go with Titans.
Okay, yes, sir.
I don't think Andrew. He was good first couple years or so, but then after that, he's just his stats have gone southern.
Absolutely, Chris. Here,
I think the Colts' offensive line is really hurting to give them any kind of protection, so I'm going to go Tennessee.
You're all gonna be sorry.
Wow. Okay, down at MetLife, the absolutely pathetic
Jets.
The pathetic
Jets.
Shut up!
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! You fucking truck!
The New York Jets with Geno Smith at quarterback,
I'm just seeing the Yeti for the first time. That's
giving
great, man.
to the Baltimore Ravens.
Jets are giving Baltimore 2?
Yep.
Ooh, that's an easy fucking Las Vegas one right there.
Okay.
Baltimore.
I think Geno is going to have a big game today. The Jets are going to win this game.
No.
And I'm rooting for him anyway, but I'm rooting for the Jets and for my wife and for my kids listening at home. I am taking the Jets, and I'm predicting they will win today.
They're not in church?
At MetLife. And I think Geno will have a good game today, but then after every game after that, he'll suck, and they'll get a new quarterback.
You know what?
Nope.
It's time to put in that kid Petty, the third stringer quarterback. The kid's got a cannon.
Next week.
He is the future of the franchise of the Jets. I think Baltimore has too many offensive weapons. I think Baltimore's going to beat them by 14.
I smell penis.
God damn it, Bob. You're always disagreeing with me, you asshole.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up, Brian Bob! Drunks!
Okay, so that's Jets. Baltimore. Peter.
I said the Jets. Oh. No, I didn't say that. I
Sanford
said Baltimore.
Jets. I can't stand Flacco, and I think the only reason why they won that Super Bowl is because they had an excellent defense, and like 3 or 4 of those guys are gone now. And
I
Flacco's
like this
terrible.
kid more and more. I
Flacco
can't
is
stand
absolute garbage.
Flacco.
Sponsor him.
Flacco's overrated. I'm with my son. Jets are winning.
Wow.
Jets will win big today.
I don't like the
Big.
Jets. I think
Big.
they're terrible,
Big.
but
Jets
let's go
by Jets by
Hello,
14
father.
today.
Usually Jet fans are Met fans, so let's go Jets.
Hello,
No wonder why they suck.
Boom. Tsh.
Kevin Bacon.
The 4-2 Atlanta Falcons giving 6 at home to the San Diego Chargers.
Falcons.
Absolute shootout.
Sanford Racing starts off with Falcons. John, what do you think?
Yeah, Falcons.
Falcons. I like the Falcons in this one. I think they're a solid team. By the way, they got completely robbed last week against Seattle.
Did they
That
ever?
was a horrible lack of a call on the pass interference. It was horrible. And Atlanta, although they struggled, they did what they needed to do, and they could have pulled that game out. Atlanta's going to bounce back big time in this game.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to cancel my subscription.
Absolute shootout today. Two terrible defenses. When you have a shootout, on what's what's projected today, because the over/under is 54.5.
You look nice today.
Under.
Thank you, sir. I think Atlanta wins, but I think San Diego covers the 6.
Okay, Peter, did you make a pick on that, Mr. Wise Guy? Can you have your other voice make the pick? You look real nice today, and I like.
Make sure you
I
stretch
like the
out those
Falcons
creamy
and
hamstrings.
Yeah, they might be barking on you.
Got a nice tip for you right here in my pocket for my arthritis. Why don't you reach in there and fish it out for yourself?
Okay, so that's the Falcons then.
Yeah, I'm going to go Falcons.
This one we don't even have to look at.
Oh.
It's straight up San Francisco, Tampa Bay. It's a pick 'em.
Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay.
This game, I'll tell you right now, man. Tampa Bay is really fired up after that big Thursday night win against Carolina. I think that the Niners actually, as much as I hate Kaepernick and I don't want to pick them, I just think that Chip Kelly is going to find a way to win this game. Again, I hate the Niners and I hope they lose, but I just have a feeling they're going to win in this one over Tampa.
Tampa by 20.
I say Tampa.
Where are they
also.
playing it?
San Fran.
It's in San Francisco.
I just think Tampa Bay has too
San
much
Francisco
more
treat.
talent.
Ding, ding.
I like the Niners at home.
I'm going with Tampa Bay. I really can't stand Colin. And my mom is a Bucs
Shocking,
fan,
isn't
so
it?
let's go Bucs.
Okay, there you go. That's nice.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is interesting. I mean, we all figured New England's going to be favored by over Pittsburgh. At the beginning of the week, it was only 1.5.
I heard it was a pick 'em actually. But anyway,
It's now 7.
it's now 7. Well, I just want to say a couple things about this game, if you don't mind, and I'll try to be brief.
Just please beat them this week. I wish they would just
Yeah,
beat them.
exactly. Well,
Shut
this
these
is the story of
fucking
this game.
Patriots up. I don't care about 87-cent
I'm sorry,
coffee.
it's not going to happen, Peter. I'm
And you
sorry.
know what? You don't even get the coffee unless you
It's
have
not.
a Dunkin' Donuts perk card.
It's not
It's a
going to
rip-off.
happen, and I'll tell you why. The Steelers are, at the beginning of the year, I thought they were going to be good. If you look at who they beat, now they start off with the Redskins, which
How
is a
sweet
game
would
they
that
could
be
have
if they beat
easily
them
lost.
today?
It would be very sweet. But the problem is the Steelers have never gone out and got a backup quarterback, even regardless of that. Okay, even if they had been, they have no defense, seriously, to stop Tom Brady. They have a vanilla, no-name defense. I think they have 2 sacks so far this year. Okay.
They were all the first week.
Their best player, Cameron Hayward, is out. Okay, Jarvis Jones, the biggest first-round bust the Steelers ever had, and Ryan Shazier is hurt half the time. Now he's back today, but he'll be limping off with his Bengay and within the first quarter, like he always does. So as much as I'm going to pick the Steelers because I want the 7, they're going to lose. But I hope I'm wrong.
I think the Steelers have a big point to prove this week. Everybody's doubting Landry Jones. Hold on before you say anything. He's not going to be the reason why they win this game. Can Le'Veon Bell run the ball?
There you go.
Can the offensive line control the line of scrimmage? Pittsburgh has to have the ball for 40 minutes if they're going to stand a chance to beat
Excellent.
New England.
Good for you, Bob. That's the best thing you said all day today.
At the same time, Landry Jones is going to be called to make a play.
Yes.
Can Antonio Brown get freed up on a bomb?
I think he can.
If he gets freed up on a bomb and they open up that offense, then they're going to have to respect Landry Jones, and then Le'Veon Bell is just going to dominate. I think Pittsburgh upsets them today.
Just a quick follow-up to that. The offense
Donovan
doesn't concern me as much.
McNabb.
And every point you made was great. But what you're going to see today is wow, the defense is not going to be able to pick up whatever the offense comes through and does because they're just that bad. And the Steelers secondary,
now that is
Tom
funny.
Brady and Belichick know how to beat the Steelers. You throw, and believe me,
Philadelphia.
you're talking about 400-plus yards. Tom Brady, he could hit 500 today.
He could. Well, you know what? At the end of
Again, to all my friends and people listening, fans, I hope I'm wrong.
If you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me.
sounds like a Sunday morning church anthem.
That's for the
What do you got,
Chicago
brother?
fans out there.
Yeah. What?
Oh.
Who do you got?
Oh, I wasn't even listening.
It's
Steelers.
Oh yeah,
Steelers.
I want the Steelers to win.
Steelers again.
Only because they're fucking sick of fucking Patriots. They're the biggest
You
cowboy
too, huh?
haters in
You
the
too.
world. First of all, and I just need them to be shut up by a stupid team like Steelers.
I'll accept that.
I
That's
do.
Fine.
All right.
Even with
Bring up
I would love for them to lose to
Bring
your
up the
second
life
string.
preserver again. Bring it up.
I would love for
Bring
them
up
to
the
lose to your
Steelers life
second string.
preserver. Can all of
I'd
your
like to
audience
actually
see it?
talk, without being interrupted.
Are you
The
kidding me?
interrupter has returned. Interrupter.
All right, what else?
Where's
That's it.
Roberto when you need him? Stanford team.
Shut the fuck up!
I'm going to go with Patriots. You never bet against Belichick, and if
Oh.
Matt Bryant on the Falcons could have 500-yard
Yeah.
week,
I'm afraid
Brady can most
Fuck
certainly have a
you.
500-yard
You
week.
know,
I'm
yeah,
afraid Chris
very,
is
very
right.
true.
I mean,
Fuck
I'm afraid
you.
Chris is right. The kid's right.
Patriots
Man,
win,
shut
but they don't
up.
cover.
All right. I like
That's a good one, John.
Man,
I respect
shut up.
that
Man, shut up.
pretty good Sunday night game tonight. You have Arizona at home giving 2 to
Buffalo
the
butt.
Seahawks.
I think it's a horrible game. First of all, Bob, I think it's very boring.
Because you don't care about those two teams.
Yeah, well, everything out west, you got what? You got the Sun against what? The Sardines or whatever their cultures are out there. Nobody really gives a shit. Okay, first of all, but I think that Arizona is going to find a way to bounce back and win here, and Seattle is just going to be taken in. Where's the game again?
Arizona.
Okay, yeah, too much sun, and the fish, they don't like the sun. They kind of get wrinkled up. And so I like Cardinals in this one. What is the spread, by the way?
If you took the
No, I don't.
on
I
the
don't-
hearing
I-
aid,
I
you would have heard it. It was 2.
Okay, 2. Okay, well, 2 you.
To me, very simple. Rams lose today. Cardinals lose today. Seattle wins. This division's over.
And what way is that?
Very simple. 2 game. You're going to have Seattle with a 2-game lead with 10 to go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Both teams got their own niches going on. 2 pretty good defenses.
All right. Okay.
Seattle.
Okay, let's wrap it up now. Peter, Pinhole?
Seattle.
When
time?
you say Seattle,
Oh,
when
no.
I meant wrap it up, I just meant you wrap it up.
Oh, you wrap it up.
All right, so let's do what we
Wait,
learned.
one more
It
game.
is- oh, go ahead.
What do you guys got?
Seattle.
Seahawks.
Okay. The Monday night game in Denver. The Broncos
Now
giving
finish
6
that,
to the
Peter.
Texans.
You said Texans against
The Broncos giving 6 to the
Broncos
Texans.
giving 6.
Where?
You know, I like the way
Denver.
that Osweiler. I'm sorry, John. You want to do your pick? I like the way Osweiler came back in the last game. He showed a lot of heart. He had a horrible game. He came back to drive his team and beat the Colts. It was a big win. I think Osweiler's gotten to some maturity here, so I like the Texans in this one.
Monday night in Denver. I'm never betting against the Broncos, and they have one of the top defenses in the league as well as the other ones we talked about today. I like Denver.
I'm not even picking.
Passing again,
Yeah,
are you?
pass.
Oh, okay.
Denver. Broncos at home for the same
Yeah.
reasons that Bob just gave.
You know what? And I
Same
have to say, I think Bob gave good reasons, and for me to recant my pick would be kind of
Don't.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick with the Texans, but I do agree. It's very, very hard to win in Denver. They do have a tremendous, might be the best home field advantage in the league.
They probably do.
Hey, Bob.
Yes, sir.
We just want to thank you guys again for letting Sanford Racing us in here today. We want to donate a Sanford Racing number 5 shirt to your studio.
Oh,
You could
my
Oh,
God.
pen it up
you.
if
Thank
you want.
Awesome. Awesome.
right. Excellent.
Number 5. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
And if you want to get a hold of us, Sanford Racing on Facebook, or call me. You could look up SanfordREI.com. My number's on there. We really appreciate you guys having us in.
No, you know what?
Sir,
We're
you
glad.
guys-
We're
you
glad
guys
to
did a
have you here. I
fantastic
mean,
job.
your future's bright in the racing industry, whether it's in NASCAR, open wheel, or whatever. I mean, I'm looking forward to having my golf shop go on next year. We're gonna, it's gonna be a big year next year in 2018 championship year.
All right, what did we learn today? We're going to start off with the Sanford boys.
Well,
What did you learn today?
Well, I what Bob said. I look forward to the sponsorship next year. Definitely a help, and you're really cool guy, and hopefully we can keep our fantasy differences away from the racetrack.
Want to make a trade?
I learned today how funny ass you guys are. You guys, this is a great studio.
Great. Yeah.
Having spent some time at what do you call it? My mind just went blank. The radio school.
CSB. Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
Yeah, I went there years ago, and I really enjoy. Yeah, I really enjoy the studio. I had a show in college. You guys do a tremendous job here. Not sucking up. It's just been a lot of fun.
Good.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Wow. What I learned here is there's a lot of conviction in the Sanford Racing.
Okay.
Everything they talked about, everything you guys said as a father-son.
Hell yeah.
My father came to visit me a week ago, and he told me I was a horrible father. I told him, get the fuck out of my house, Dad.
Fool,
I
please.
said, but now I realize that maybe I need to take a step back, and maybe I do need to be a better father. And
I'm going to start using
kind
drugs,
of learned
probably.
today from Peter being an asshole, being the interrupter. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! I'm trying to fucking learn here. Goddamn.
Would it kill
That,
somebody to bring home a hot
that
Puerto
Chris, I
Rican
think you got a
chick
great
who's
dad
into black
here,
midgets?
John, and I think you have a bright future. And I'm looking forward to following you guys a lot. And I hope you got all your promotions out. And before you leave, get it out there because we had a lot of listeners today. And I think a lot of that was because of you. So you're thanking us. We want to thank you for being here because I think that you sent the ratings sky high today. And I hope your future shows the same.
300
Great,
plus.
Thank you.
Great meeting you guys today. I mean that.
Thank you.
That's it.
When you promote something the right way, it shows. And like you said, the first hour we had over 300 listeners. I don't remember the last time we've had that. So there's a bright future in our youth, not just here in the studio, but out in the real world.
I pooped my pants at recess.
That was me last week. But I'm looking forward.
Wasn't
I'm looking forward to being on board next year. Everybody, let's face it. The youth is the future, and we need to make sure that.
You're not going to cry again.
No,
are you?
Are you fucking kidding me?
We need to make sure that the ones that are on the right path, they stay on the right path, and the one
Pitiful.
this ain't Christmas. What the hell are you doing? But we really need to make sure that the underprivileged children in our society, they get the help that they need to get where they need to. So keep your head on your shoulders. Spin out Logano if you get to see him this year. Get ready for next year.
Man,
Next
shut
year's going to be
up.
fun.
I'd rather do that to the Bush brothers, but
There you go.
All right, what I learned besides the Sanford twins here, behind a really good team is a woman, and she didn't get any recognition today.
Yeah,
so.
my
Thanks, Barbara.
fiance,
She
Barbara.
sat back
Hopkins.
there with some
She's part of the
patience
Sanford team.
and
And
listened
you're
to
right.
us be immature.
That's not easy
She actually
to do.
got a good kick out of just the Twizzler in your nose. I don't know why.
I
But
hope she did. Well, laugh.
you noticed our age
like
group here.
Rudolph.
She's a big part of Sanford Racing.
But
very big.
what I learned about today is that yes, we do make fun of the millennials, but I'm glad to see that there's one that's coming out of that. Are you even a millennial anymore? Isn't it something different now? But
Close.
I'm glad to see that there's some positive coming out of it because your generation gets a very bad rap, and I'm glad to see you're doing something other than fucking just sitting at home and not being a part of society. So put the phone down because Dad don't have money for a carpal tunnel.
well, it's pretty soon going to be telling me to put the wrench down.
Yeah, well, that's better than the phone because you're going to have carpal tunnel. You ain't going to be able to do turn 5 anymore. So
Put the
trust
ratchet
me.
down,
Yeah.
Chris. You're done for tonight.
No, I want
I'm glad we met you guys. Very good.
Pleasure.
talented
Thank you.
team, so-
Pleasure
appreciate
meeting you
it.
guys.
And hopefully we can be a part of your
That shirt's
Fender
gotta
hood
go up.
next year.
Put that shirt up.
Yeah, it's going
and
up.
That's
Brian, I learned that you can hold it down, bro. Yeah, nice.
yeah.
You came
well,
in, held it
listen,
down.
number 5.
You know what I
today.
think I learned this week is
Something
that
about
you do not overdo it when people aren't telling you to shut up. You actually are able to be Brian. That's what I noticed.
I take guests very seriously, especially guests that wear number 5.
Especially when someone's not telling you to shut the fuck up or throwing their phones down. I see that.
Thank you very much for that comment. By the way,
Yeah, I see it.
because
Very
I
good.
see that seriously. And you know my serious side. So
And
thank you.
Bob, I'm glad you stepped up and been doing a lot of stuff for PPRN and gotten the guests here tonight. You got another
Fantastic
good guest
job
coming
for
Wednesday.
Bob. That's a good point.
I think you have a job in producing, man.
Wow, Bob, you brought in
Any
a
more
great
time
guest
you
today.
want to send some guests over, I'm happy with
Bob
it.
knocked it out of the park today with Sanford
Thank you.
Racing. Absolutely.
And I'm glad that I was able to take a week off, get my head straight. Now Tuesday will be a brand new show. Wednesday will be a brand new show, and we knocked it out of the park yesterday with Mixtape Saturday. But I'm in the middle of downloading music in PPRN we'll start becoming a radio station during the weeks when we're not live. So
Fantastic.
We're going to be doing country, heavy metal.
T-Man's Country Jam?
We're going to be doing alternative, disco, hip-hop, whatever we're going
Whatever
to
you
be
do,
doing.
play some CCR.
Just no Hawaiian.
Rock and roll. Yeah, rock and roll. And,
There's a bad moon.
But we want to say goodbye, everybody. Go enjoy your NFL. You have an hour before it starts. That's why we're 9 to 12 now. We'll see
Can
you
we
guys.
get a final update on the Giants?
Tuesday,
Rams,
final
maybe?
update, really final
Let me
update.
just see what we
Real
got
quick,
here.
yeah.
We got 12:04, still 10-10.
Wow.
Unbelievable. It's just it's a nail biter.
All right, everybody, enjoy your day, and we will see you Tuesday. And as we say at the end of every show, everybody, stay
Stay black,
black,
y'all.
y'all. Good night.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
You got it.